While the optimal solar roofing architecture already satisfies many of the requirements just mentioned, there is still work to be done. First, the companies mentioned should adopt additional products, sales, distribution, installation, warranty, and support business models to create an optimal experience for the system owner. As an example, wouldn't it be great to visit a website to purchase these items and use a firm or your Apple Card and pay over time? Wouldn't it be great if the installation companies were franchisees of the manufacturers? I'm working on this. Feel free to add your voice to mine. I will work with Polycase to make 1 or 2 sizes of the metal boxes orderable with the correct holes in the correct locations. I will work with the other manufacturers mentioned to update their product offerings and documentation as well. Utility providers and municipalities also need to be convinced to modernize the permitting and interconnection approval process. I know what you might be thinking immediately after hearing that. Never mind, as that will never happen or it will take a long time. I would not have wasted your time or mine if that was actually the case. The good news is this is already starting to happen. It turns out the changes to be requested are in the best interests of the various organizations. My local utility, PG&E in Northern California, is already leading in this area. In a future video, I will highlight how they have slashed red tape and thus delays in a related area. Here is a preview. This is a meter collar. It's a transfer switch between the grid and a 240-volt 30-amp generator or electric vehicle or portable battery. This allows one to connect a generator to your home or business wiring without changing anything. No permits were required, no detailed plans were needed, no electrician was required to rewire the panels, and no inspections were required either. All I had to do was visit a PG&E webpage and enter basic information such as my meter number and what type of generator I had. A few weeks later, a PG&E technician arrived and installed the device at no cost. The meter collar was and is in PG&E's and my local city's best interest. Optimal solar roofing is in their best interest as well. The paperwork reduction alone removes a major burden for all parties. Utility companies generally do not have enough capacity for the projected load of fully electric residential power conversions or massive adoptions of EV at-home charging. The existing wiring trunks and transformers do not have sufficient capacity for this increased load. Making optimal solar roofing-based installations fast and easy is in the best interest of the utility companies. I envision an optimal solar roofing webpage at each utility company. The homeowner would enter how many watts of solar shingles and solar panels they would like to install. A few boxes would be checked and entries would be made for desired battery capacities and microgrid capabilities. The utility company would then validate and generate the paperwork needed to present to the local permitting authority to allow construction. The Enphase backing electronics selected already meet all the requirements for safety and backfeed maximum capacity protection. The fixed configuration of optimal solar roofing also minimizes the burden on overworked and usually understaffed permitting and inspecting staff members of the municipalities. I hope to work with large utilities and the organizations that regulate them in the coming months. You can help by briefing them on optimal solar roofing. The purpose of this video series is to show the solution in operation, highlighting what is now possible. Once the entities involved witness the operating prototype, convincing them directly or engaging allies such as you, political leaders, and celebrities to help convince them to adopt the new approaches will be much easier. Seeing truly is believing. If you are an elected official or running for office, have your people contact my people. There's much we can do to help each other. To net this out, I learned that the vast majority, but not all, of the legacy solar industry is operating with a business model that is suboptimal with regard to the homeowner's current and long-term best interests. Using solar professionals on a roof is expensive. Let me say that one more time, and please say it with me. Using solar professionals on a roof is expensive. Please let that sink in. The optimal solar roofing approach resolves these legacy and expense issues. It will also set the stage for a massive uptick in solar installations along with associated job growth. I have many more sizing, pricing, how-to, interview, and QA videos planned. Again, please subscribe to be notified when they become available. Now, a few quick thank yous. To Joe P. Montana and John Hardwick of Certainty, thank you for leaning in and your help making the prototype build a success. Without you, it would have likely taken much longer. To Nathan Charles of Enphase, thank you for the education on Enphase products and pointing me to the requirements and codes optimal solar roofing must meet. I hope to interview you and your management team in coming videos. A special thanks to Gauntlet Media for shooting this episode. Lastly, a big shout out to Pranav Dillip, a graduate student in the USC Cinema School. Pranav taught me the basics of flow and properly making videos with modern tech. As we say at USC, fight on. Thank you for watching.